Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
Exit.
Check 24. Gotta go, in and out, let's go.
They run it with Carson. There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson got his man there complete to Gallup. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. Bud Dupree with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. 4th down, and out is the all-pro punter from a year ago, Michael Dixon, to punt for Seattle. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
That, black 20. Right there, 54 Mike. Let's go, team. Snickers, got to spin. Black 20.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
30.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Jack 16. Hey, exit. Pick it up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger. It's caught by Moncrief. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st down. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Black 20. 3 butt. Showing it. Black and 10.
They'll run on 1st down. Grant. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Show that bench release and go.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on third down.
50. Mike's 50.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Now we'll get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands. And the Bills have taken the early lead, and we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson is complete to Lockett. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. Quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers will get it at their own 20-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now a give, right side. It's Grant. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Check. Watch 54. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
No spacing. 54.
On third down, Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Mike's 50. Hey, let's go.
Mike's 50.
77.
50's the Mike. 50's the Mike.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
On second down, it's Grant. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. We're scoreless after one. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Grant. And some room to work. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
How about our reigning AFC Player of the Week, hot-footing it into the secondary on that run?
Yeah, nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying for 2 in a row here this week.
Lost the slip. Lost the slip.
Hey, Zoo. Middle.
Check.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
66.
This is Grant. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They will run with Grant, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
First carry for James Conner. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprinting out to one side or the other.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Brad McDougal. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Carson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
65.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wilson flush to his right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
He's not going to get me. 14, got it. 55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Michael Gallup, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Steelers 0. Michael Dixon sends your kickoff.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage.
And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make the score 14-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically their scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Grant. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. 3 down. 3 down.
After the interception, here's Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Listen. 55's my guy, 55. I don't even know why this team showing.
Throwing again here, Wilson. There goes a deep ball. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
On first down, it's Grant. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd down now, it's Grant. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
No spacing. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Bravo.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of his first half of play. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Here we go, here we go. Black 20. Squirrel. Take 2 of them.
SOS. 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 Check 52. Shit.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. That's complete to his running back, Grant. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Black 30.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go. Hey, watch it. Watch it.
Black it.
They'll run on first down. Grant. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Black 20. Alert, alert.
Take you to school.
Hey, Foxtrot. Middle.
From the 17, Roethlisberger. And that's going to be intercepted. The all-pro corner, Patrick Peterson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these
They run again with Carson. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Just like that.
Go.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Boom. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Easy.
So that'll back him up 5. Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on 3rd down.
Alert.
Watch 98. 98 to Mike. What we got? Hayward. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Here we go, G.
Now Wilson down around his goal line. Left side complete to Lockett. They get 9 there, and in the process escaping their end zone, picking up a 1st down.
First down, Seahawks.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
A little bit of space there for the 1st down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Mike 55.
2nd and 5 now. Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
I'm going to run you over.
On 1st down, Carson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 26-yard line.
Watch it, hey, watch the ball.
Zebra.
55.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the 2nd half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
On 3rd down, Wilson escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the 2nd half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. They go back to Grant. And some room to roam now. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. On 1st and 10 is Connor. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
No spacing. You don't want 50.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Going deep to the end zone for Juju. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. On the left side, Gallup's got it. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Steelers' 39-yard line. That's the end of the third quarter.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Wilson will throw again. That's caught once again by Gallup. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Seattle.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Wilson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now a toss play. It's Carson. About 3 yards there to the 27. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
From the 27, Wilson. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one good for 26 and a first down.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll toss it out to Carson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be second and goal.
Brings up second and goal at the Steelers.
Screen! Screen! Watch the screen!
Go, guys. 4 down. 4 down.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. Be a long day for you. 55.
Here's Wilson. The quick slant caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Will Dissly, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive,
And he lost the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. And to give this time to the tailback. And some space here. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
Hey, pick your game up. Kill.
Roethlisberger will throw. And that is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Steelers will go. It's Roethlisberger. And he's got Moncrief. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Jadeveon Clowney able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Ben on 3rd and long. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 28, and the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 43-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
From the 27, Roethlisberger, and he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackle. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just let them bleed the game out that way.
It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Grant. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Here we go. 2:30. Quarter. Hey, Charlie.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Johnson the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
They're scared.
They'll try the left side. Grant. And he is going to be stopped here for no gain, and that is going to be the final play of this football game. So the victory here for Seattle, and it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. Every aspect of the game. Shut down the run. Control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't